Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moment, where the story of Jimin and Jungkook is not just a tale, but an emotional journey that pulses along with the heartbeat of armies around the world. Today, we're diving into unforgettable moments from 2025, a year where Jungkook's protective side toward Jimin went beyond mere fan service. It became a silent language, a profound expression of care. From Korea's international airport to a small flower shop in Chadon, from footprints marked in a sports complex to spontaneous reactions at Jin's concert, every moment forms an emotional mosaic that may leave you speechless, smiling, or even crying. So, get your heart ready, because what you're about to witness is not just interaction. It's proof that when two hearts are truly connected, the world trembles with them. In a world filled with blinding flashes, where every smile can be misinterpreted and every step endlessly scrutinized, being a celebrity isn't easy, especially when you're part of a global phenomenon like BTS. Yet, behind the fame and chaos of the entertainment industry, there's always a quieter space, warmer, more sincere. For many armies, that space is called Jikook. The relationship between Jungkook and Jimin has long sparked conversation. Not only because of their onstage chemistry, but because of the emotional closeness that radiates from even their smallest interactions. And 2025 became a highlight of this ongoing narrative, a year when Jungkook's protectiveness toward Jimin became too obvious to ignore. July 2025. What started as an ordinary morning at Korea's international airport quickly became extraordinary. BTS was scheduled to fly to the United States for their latest album's promotional tour. Fans had gathered outside the airport since dawn, hoping to catch a smile or wave from their beloved idols. When the black van stopped and the door opened, BTS members stepped out one by one. Jimin was the first to appear, dressed in an unreleased exclusive Dior collection. He looked elegant yet seemed to be searching for something or someone with his sharp eyes. Moments later, Jungkook emerged, wearing a loose hoodie and his favorite Calvin Klein cap. His steps slowed as the crowd around them grew more hysterical. Jimin turned around, noticing that Jungkook had fallen behind. Without hesitation, Jimin paused, turned back, and waited. When they finally stood side by side, cameras captured a moment that went viral across social media. Jungkook gently took Jimin's hand, calmly and quietly as if to say, "I'm here. I'll protect you." It wasn't a dramatic move, just a soft, simple gesture, but powerful enough to freeze time for anyone watching. It's no secret that Jungkook is deeply caring toward the other members. But the special attention he gives Jimin has its own warmth. He notices the tiniest details, pulling out a chair for Jimin, handing him a mic when he looks nervous, or watching him from afar with eyes full of unspoken meaning. Now let's dive into a heartwarming new update, an unexpected but beautiful moment. Fresh autographs from Jimin and Jungkook were discovered at a flower shop in Chadon. The story comes from an OP, original poster, who shared their experience. They had simply entered a flower shop near their son's home, never expecting to run into two of BTS's most beloved members. Imagine that, walking into a flower shop to buy a few stems, only to see Jimin and Jungkook calmly signing something and leaving behind messages full of warmth and love. Jimin wrote a sweet, heartfelt message. "I hope the parents and Buminim stay healthy and only experience good things." Buminim is a respectful Korean word for parents, which made the message feel even more gentle and sincere. Meanwhile, Junk, true to his minimalist style, simply wrote, "Be happy." Few words, but as always, they struck right at the heart. What made this moment even more touching wasn't just the signatures, it was the setting. A humble, familiar flower shop. It gave the entire event a cozy, almost intimate feeling. Then came another emotional detail. A special photo area was discovered at Jungkook's personal sports complex, marking the exact spot where Jimin and Jungkook stood when they parted ways temporarily for their military duties. What made this place special were the painted footprints, some yellow, some purple, clearly representing the two of them. Purple is deeply associated with BTS and ARMY, while yellow has long been tied to Jimin, reflecting his bright and warm energy. Details like these tug at the hearts of fans, reminders that their steps still echo even in their absence. Their presence isn't just captured in photos, it's literally imprinted in the ground they walked on. For fans who visit, it feels like stepping into a piece of BTS's emotional history. But the sweetness doesn't stop there. Jimin, who never forgets ARMY, posted a loving message on Weverse to celebrate the fandom's birthday. He uploaded a photo he edited himself, and as always, it made our protectiveness go into overdrive. Because when Jimin touches anything, be it images or words, he does it with all his heart. The photo read, "ARMY birthday," and beside it, Jimin wrote, "Happy birthday, I love you. I'll work hard and come back to you." It wasn't just a greeting, it was a promise. A promise spoken in Jimin's soft, loving tone that made it feel like he was speaking directly to each and every one of us. And if that wasn't enough to melt our hearts, photos of Jimin and Jungkook arriving in the US also surfaced. Their arrival sparked a wave of theories, speculation, and happy sighs from fans. They were seen walking together, exuding the same sync that has always defined their bond. No official statement was made about their purpose there, but seeing them move together, outside the military context, was a powerful reminder that their connection remains unbreakable. Seeing them together outside Korea, especially in a place like the US, filled with significant BTS memories, gives us a sense of continuity, as if they're still walking into the future side by side. These moments, from the flower shop, airport, sports complex, to social media, are like tiny pieces that, when put together, create a deeply emotional mosaic. A tapestry that continues to strengthen their bond with each other, and with all of us. Jimin and Jungkook continue to leave their mark, both literally and symbolically, even during their military service. And that's not something that can be faked or scripted. These are spontaneous details, gestures that show they're still present, their hearts still connected to ARMY and to each other. And then came a moment that caught fans' attention at Jin's latest concert. Amid the lively crowd, Jimin was seen playing around with the railing in front of them. With his usual carefree charm, he stretched one leg over, almost as if trying to sit or casually dangle from the barrier, typical behavior when Jimin feels relaxed and happy. But what made the moment stand out wasn't Jimin's action, but Jungkook's immediate reaction. He was sitting down at the time, but the second he noticed Jimin, he stood up, quickly and alert, his instincts kicking in as if he were ready to respond. For fans who've followed their relationship closely, this wasn't surprising. Jungkook has always shown protective behavior toward Jimin, especially when he feels Jimin might be in an unbalanced or slightly risky situation. It wasn't an overreaction, just a natural reflex. Jimin did something out of the ordinary, and Jungkook reacted. In that moment, just because Jimin leaned on a railing, Jungkook's whole body went on standby. His eyes fixed on Jimin, his movements paused, and his posture ready to act. That level of attentiveness is something Jungkook consistently shows toward Jimin. It may have lasted only a second without any words or dramatic gestures, but it spoke volumes. He wasn't just watching Jimin. He was protecting him, quietly, without trying to be seen, as if it were second nature. And for those who know their history and dynamic, that 1 second said more than 1,000 words. And that's how these seemingly simple pieces, a handhold, a flower shop autograph, a glance in a crowd, can convey so much emotion. Jimin and Jungkook's bond isn't built on grand declarations or public affirmations, but on consistent small acts of care, quiet warmth, and protection that comes from the most genuine place. In the noise of the entertainment world, they still carry the warmth of home for ARMY, a space that can't be explained logically, but is deeply felt. If you felt that same emotion, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep following their journey with us. See you in the next video from Jikook Moment. Because every moment, no matter how small, holds a story worth remembering. We're not just here to watch, we're here to feel.